We did it. We did it. We did it. Okay. I still can't believe that I'm saying this, but we hit 10K on the channel. Okay. So I hit 10K on this channel as of the recording of this video. So if you remember at the top of the year, I was at 7.5K. And one of the goals that I put down for 2025 is to grow this channel by 2.5K by the end of the year, December 2025. Well, I hit that 2.5K literally in less than 3 months. In the first quarter, I'm shook. Okay, I'm completely shook. And today I want to share with you exactly how I did it, basically how it happened, the wins, the struggles, the tips that I'm going to share of what happened, what went good, what went bad, what was some of the struggles over the course of 5 years. Now, I'm going to keep this video short, sweet, and to the point, just to let you know that. But I want to share with you guys, just in case you are either starting off your YouTube channel, you're trying to hit a milestone of 1K, 2K, 5K, or even the same milestone that I just accomplished at 10K. I want to share some of the tips that I'm going to be giving you on what worked well for me and how I got there. Okay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So just about 3 months ago, I had 7.5K subscribers on YouTube. And the goal was to get 2.5K by the end of the year. So a couple of things I was thinking, I was being very ambitious and optimistic at the same time. And I was like, 2.5K is a lot of subscribers in a year. Historically, I've been doing that pretty much on the channel since 2022. And I was like, that's a lot of subscribers for 1 year, Rochelle. But I wanted to push myself to really get 10K by the end of the year, being that this is the 5th year on the platform. So fast forward a little bit. We're here. The community is growing like crazy. All right. But let me tell you that it wasn't luck whatsoever. All right. It was basically 3 things. It was strategy, consistency, and honesty. Okay. And honestly, it was pretty much trial and error as well. And I'm going to be sharing a lot of the strategies that I use, how I remain consistent, and the trial and errors of what I did, how I had to pivot, how I had to change some things up on the channel. All right. So first of all, let's talk about the plan and what worked on the channel. And I'm pretty sure that you could agree with a lot of these. I'm going to be giving you those 5 TED tips. I should say 4. Actually, I'm going to give you 4 TED tips of what worked on this channel for me. So let's first start off with, if you are new to YouTube, or you starting your YouTube channel, or you just got started, the first thing I'm going to tell you is pick a niche and stay there. Let me say it again. Pick one niche and stay there. And what I mean by that is double down on the niche that you choose. Like in my case, it's sewing. Now, let me give you a prime example of what I'm saying to pick a niche and stay there. Let's say, for instance, that I started my channel as a couponer, because that is one of the things that I like to do. I like to coupon as well. I don't go as hard as I did back when my children was smaller for diapers and things of that nature. But let's just say that I started off as a coupon channel. Now that I'm no longer doing coupon, I'm taking the same channel, Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and become a sewing channel. Let's also say that I had 12,000 subscribers as a couponer. Now I'm trying to convert those 12,000 subscribers into sewers. Well, guess what? A lot of them fell off. So, which means that your views are going to be going down. If you are focused on views, your views is going to go down. And the reason why is because they subscribe to you for one thing and now you're giving them something else. What you could have done is kept your couponing channel and no longer do videos, but create a new niche, which would be sewing, to accommodate the new subscribers. Okay, so you're accommodating both people, but only one purpose is going to serve you well. So my suggestion, one tip that I will give you, if you started out something else, whether it was makeup or beauty, or you were a dog mom at first, and now you're transitioning your channel into doing sewing, one advice I'm going to give you is you might want to take off all the older videos that did not do well, which is why you wanted to transition from over here to here. Makeup, beauty, hair care, nail technicians, whatever the case may be. You may want to do that. So one thing that I did, I doubled down on the content that people wanted to see. Some of the things that people wanted to see, of course, sew along, pattern reviews, Joanne scrolls, fabric hauls. You guys also like the wardrobe builders that I do. And you guys also like when I do the pattern release drops, okay? Because that's like real talk videos of adding value to you guys, okay? So those are some of the things that I did. I'm going to also say one of the things that I stopped doing in 2024 is random ass vlogs. Okay? I don't do vlogs. Reason being is because my audience do not like vlogs. They do not like vlogs outside of Joanne's, right? Scrolls or whatever, which was more like a weekly vlog. However, I want to say like Vlogmas did not work for your girl. So we will not be bringing that back to the channel. I wouldn't say never, but I will say that Vlogmas is not one of the things that will be happening on this channel. All right. Which brings me to number 2 of what worked. I stayed consistent. You guys know your girl stays consistent. What that means is your girl posts 3 times a week. 2 to 3 times a week. Some weeks it'd be 4 and 5 times, depending on how much content that I have edited, in the last week or 2 or whatever. I literally try to record, edit, post in like a 3-day turnaround in 72 hours. Why? Because I have so many ideas in my brain and I need to get it out quick, fast, and in a hurry. I do not like to have a lot of things just building up per se. So that's why I literally post it. So your girl be posting 3 times a week, no excuses. Get rid of those excuses. I even posted when I didn't feel like it. I posted when I was sick with migraine headaches, was coughing up a lung during vintage Vember back in 2023, I think it was. I was coughing up a lung, trying to sing, trying to take photos, trying to do a whole bunch of stuff or whatever. So I literally stayed consistent and showed up for myself and the community. Another thing I'm going to give you with being consistent, make sure you treat every video like it's your first video, your last video, and it's that one video that's going to go viral. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Every video that you post, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever, Twitch, wherever, make sure that the content is 1, providing value, and 2, you're treating that video as if it's the first video that you're posting or the last video that you're posting. And you need to remind yourself that this video is that one video that may go viral. All right. So that is another tip that I'm going to give you with remain consistent. All right. Which brings me to key item number 3 that works well. Let's talk about thumbnails and titles, which can be a game changer or a deal breaker. Okay. Now, this is one of the things that I get asked all the time in regards to, girl, how do you make some fancy freaking thumbnails? How you do it or whatever. Your thumbnail looks amazing. How do you do it? Yada, yada, yada. I'm going to put it like this. Before, let's talk about 20. I got to talk in the past first and then bring you up to speed. So in 2020, 2021, I was doing thumbnails and I was just like thinking that they were the best thing since sliced bread. And then look, I have a husband that gives me the tea, the business. He was like, babe, one day I just happened to ask him, I was just like, I'm not getting the views that I think the video should get, but remind you, I have big head. Like I think big. I don't really think small. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, I'm sitting at 1,000 subscribers, but why am I only seeing like 200 views on this video and that video or whatever? And my husband, he watched a lot of gaming content because he used to stream. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He used to stream, and I know some of you guys already know that my husband works in the IT industry. So he knows what is clickable. He knows what would get people excited. So we had a conversation back in 2023, and he was like, let me do one thumbnail for you. And I remember this video like it was yesterday. It was a fall pattern haul. I'm gonna actually put the video up on the screen so you're able to see it. But it was a concept that he had, and yes, every thumbnail has a concept that from that video to now, we have a concept where we figure out how the thumbnail needs to be. All right. So this year I've been really relying on my husband to really make my thumbnails. We'll talk about that here shortly. But back in 2023, I let him do a thumbnail. I was like literally nervous. It's not like I didn't trust him. I was just like, I've been doing my thumbnails. They've been working fine. Why should I let this man do my thumbnails? Not like I didn't trust him, because I trust him. But it's just like I wasn't ready to have somebody else do it for me. Okay. So I'm going to say delegate when you can. Okay. So I let him do a thumbnail. And the concept is my daughter and I were supposed to run away from Joanne as if we stole these patterns from Joanne's. So the thumbnail was like, I'm like, my daughter and I were like, and he took the photo. And when I say that pattern haul did amazing on the channel, and I was just like, you want to do all the thumbnails for me? He was like, nah. So he did that one for me. Took like a whole year, 2023. I learned how to start doing like thumbnails that was readable. You want to make a thumbnail that is readable. Don't overthink the thumbnail. Make it clean and something that's readable. You don't want something that like white text. It's great to use white text as long as you put black lining behind it. But if your photo or your background is light, do not use light text. Use dark text. Offset it, because you're not going to be able to read it. Also, when you are creating a thumbnail for your YouTube video, think of it as someone is actually, majority of the people is looking at it on their phone. So if you are trying to create something big for a computer screen, zoom it. If you're using Canva, zoom it all the way into the size of a cell phone. All right. For somebody who's scrolling up, looking at it, think of it that way when you create your thumbnail instead of computer size. All right. That's the best way to tell you that. Do not crowd your thumbnail with a whole bunch of emojis. Oh my God. I don't know how many times I see that. And then, get asked like, Rochelle, how do you make clean cut thumbnails? Okay. I'm just going to put it like this. If this is your first year on YouTube, I don't expect your thumbnails to be amazing. My thumbnails look, the first year and a half, my thumbnails look like trash. And I even thought about going back, cleaning up some of those old thumbnails. But listen, after 5 years on the channel, I do not want to do that. And the reason why I don't want to do that is because you have to show growth. Like, how did you grow from when you started to where you are right now? So that's one of the things that I want to do. So back to the thumbnails and titles, you want to make sure that the thumbnail is clean, cut, looks good, right? But you also want to make sure that that title is clickable, not clickbait. because no one's going to watch a clickbait video, but you definitely want to make sure that the thumbnail is clean and readable and your title makes sense and clickable. All right. Another thing that I will say when it comes to titles and thumbnails, right? Not clickbait, but pick a title that makes sense. That's the best way that I could put it. So, for instance, if I'm doing a pattern drop, I want to make sure that you know that it's a pattern release. So I may title a video that says, well, new patterns for simplicity, pattern release, first look, whatever, right? Whereas if I just say spring patterns, what year? Is it simplicity, Butterick, McCall? So make sure when you are creating a YouTube title, you zone in and see what that title needs to say. All right. Now I know Copilot, Chat GPT can help you with your titles. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't use them simply because I have my husband for that. He's just been making these titles for me left to right. But I will say that two heads is better than one. So I just asked him like, hey, do you think that you would click on it? And he gives me a yes or no. And that's how I create my titles. All right. Now, number 4, because I feel like I talked about number 3 a lot. Number 4 is talk to your audience. All right. Talk to the people who follows you, your subscribers, your audience. What I mean by that is you guys know this is what I do. Every comment in the comment section, I answer. I try to answer in a 12-hour time frame. So if there's a comment, I try to answer. Now, granted, let me put it like this. Sometimes YouTube do not push your comments to me. I don't see them sometimes, right? So if I don't answer, it's not because I don't want to answer. It's more so YouTube did not get the comments over to me. Mention. Let's talk about mentions. So I noticed that like when I mention, you need to put at Rochelle.Handmade.Designs as it is in the YouTube channel. Sometimes what happens is if you are on your phone, you will not get the notification. You have to literally go to mentions in the tab. If you're a YouTube content creator, you know what I'm talking about. You have to go there to see your mentions. That's why I say do it 2 ways. Call it out in your video who you're trying to mention, but also put them in the description box so it can tag them as well, so they know that you're mentioning them in a video. All right. Every DM that I receive that's not spam, I respond back to. So if for some reason someone sends me a message on a DM and be like, hey, Rochelle, I like your video where you shared a sew along for, I'm just going to pick a sew along randomly for the button down shirt, Simplicity 9858. I am struggling on the collar. Would you help me to understand X, Y, and Z 1, 2, 3? And I tend to respond back to those DMs to better help and assist you guys. So that is like definitely one of the things that you want to do, because the truth is this. The algorithm pushes engagement. Okay, so if you are not engaging with your subscribers, the algorithm is not going to push your videos. So you definitely want to have people that feel seen and heard, okay? They will come back to your videos. If they're not feeling seen, they're not feeling heard, they will not come back to your video, okay? So connect with the people that is subscribed to you, okay? You're welcome. All right. So let's talk about real quick what did not work for me to get here, okay? Because not everything that I post was a hit, okay? Let me be real there, all right? So I want to give a quick example is I created a video, right? A sew along. And it was for a pair of overalls. I'm going to put it up here so you're able to see that. I took a whole week editing this video. And after editing, the sew along for the first week only had like 400 subscribers. 400 views. I had over 200 subscribers. So I was like, okay, nobody really wanted to see the overall. But I didn't think of it like no one's wearing overalls in October when it's colder. Okay. So that video I made more so for me and not my audience. Okay. Which is why it became a flop. All right. So I'm going to give a hardcore lesson that I learned with that video. Pretty videos don't grow channels. Okay. So you can make the video as pretty as possible, but it's not going to grow your channel. What grows the channel is definitely adding value. That our value-driven content is what grows a channel, okay? So you want to make sure you are always adding value and drive value by providing something for whoever's viewing can always refer back to, okay? Give them something that they can refer back to, all right? One thing I want to say that I did that I stopped doing was back in I want to say all the way up into 2022. I used to say this in 2020, 2021. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs. And in this video, I'm going to share X, Y, and Z 1, 2, 3. But before we get started, hit the like button, subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, that used to be my whole spiel at the beginning of a video. But let me tell you this, where the hell is the value? Why should you subscribe? Why should you hit the like button? Why should you turn on the notification bell? Because I said so? No. So that's when I decided, like, I'm not even providing you guys with value. Why do I continuously say this week after week after week? So basically, after about a good year, I was like, I need to change that. I changed it to all the ways of saying hello. And that worked. However, I felt like I was still missing something in the sense of providing value, of telling you guys why you should subscribe, why you should hit the notification bell, why you should hit the like button. So I changed it again this year. At the top of the year, I started telling you what the video was about. And at the end of the video, that's when I share, make sure you give your girl a like on the video, comment in the comment section below, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And, comment below, share this video, and then subscribe if you have not done so already, because subscribing is free. Now, at that point, the reason why I changed it is simply because providing value throughout the entire video and then telling you to do something like hit the like button, share with a friend, comment in the comment section below, and subscribe after providing you guys with value. So those are just some tips that I will share with you today. All right. So I think I talked enough. I feel like this video was long enough. Thank you guys so much for 10K. And if you're sitting there thinking, like, is 10K even possible? Or even if 2K is possible, is 1K possible, is 5K possible? I'm going to say yes, it is. But you got to treat your channel like a business from day number one. You have to show up. You have to learn what works and what does not work, and stop doing those things that does not work, okay? And most importantly, you have to do what I have already said. You need to connect with your people. You need to connect with your audience. You need to provide them with value. You're going to hear me say this constantly. Provide value, okay? Provide value for why people should watch your video. Just getting up here and sharing a pattern review and not providing value outside of it did not work out for me, that's not providing value. Why didn't it work out for you? Share some behind the scenes. Tell why. Show why. Tell us, like, literally give us a look into why it did not work. That's providing value instead of just saying it did not work for me. Trash. Okay? So those are my tips that you can use to grow your channel as well. I think I am done talking about this topic, but I do want to definitely thank you guys, all 10K plus more, because it's over that now. I just wanted to come in and say thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, but now you guys know what I'm going to say. If this video was educational, inspiring, and fun, you guys know what to do. Give your girl a like on this video. Of course, comment in the comment section below, but I want you to comment and share with me, out of the last 5 years, what is your favorite video or memory from this channel? Tell me in the comment section below. I would love to hear it, because I'm going to share two. One is how my daughter roasts the hell out of my garments about 2 years ago. And the other one is the 24 worst patterns of 2024. Those were like two of my favorite videos, but there has been so many videos that I have done. I would just have to go through them for sure. All right. So do that for me. Share with a friend who can use this information on Tad tips as well. And then do what's free, and that's subscribe if you have not done so already. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, keep sewing.
I think I let my guard down. Certain things ain't the same now.